Did everybody get one over here? Yeah? Okay, good. Okay, he went let go. Good morning. We're actually going to start standing up. We're going to do like a full body warm up because finally it's warming up and it's hopefully going to stay that way. So come on up onto your pieds, your feet. I know, lying down is so wonderful. Especially for kapha types, like tech guy. Okay, so basically here's where we're starting. You're gonna lift your knee and put it down. You're gonna lift the other one and you're literally marching, but lifting it to whatever feels good for you. So we're warming up the hips and just, notice anything. Don't take it any higher than feels good or bad, or be aware. And then we're going to add some arms to this. Take your arms forward, sideways, up, forward, brains, sideways, up, forward, sideways, up, forward, sideways, up, forward, sideways, up. Good work, everybody. Look at you. I know I'm probably doing it wrong. Yeah, look. Because I'm... So just notice you're building heat in your body, and yes, my arms are going, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You're just warming everything up here, coming to life. Your little feet are feeling alive, right, Philip? Okay. Now, got your heart going. It's a good thing. Okay, lift one leg and just swivel. So you're swiveling your femur bone inside of its hip joint, acetabulum, and this just helps with internal and external rotation. Okay, so you're just swiveling back and forth, and of course, you have to work the muscles on the other leg. Oof. And that'll do. Give that leg a shake out, your stand-out leg, and then let's do the other side. So that big fat femur bone, which we want to keep healthy. And when we stand on one leg, we're strengthening the muscles, building more osteoblasts in the standing leg. All right. Now we're going to invert and evert our feet because I know you all want to take a hike. So roll into your feet and roll out. And in. So this just helps us when we're on uneven terrain to build more stability in the ankles. So you're rolling onto the outside of your foot and the inside of your foot. And of course, if anything I'm asking you to do is creating any pain or stress in your body, please listen to your bodies. So this is a good thing just to do when you're hanging out, doing dishes or waiting for those eggs to boil or whatever it is you're doing. And then you're going to come up onto the balls of your feet and then onto your heels. Balls. Sometimes when you go to the heels, if you move your arms forward, it can help. It's really waking up your feet. I don't see tech guy in front of the computer, so he might be practicing. Oh yeah, oh no, oh look at him. He hears everything. Okay, great. Turn sideways on your mat now, please. Take your legs as wide apart as one leg. If you have socks on and they're not gripping your mat, good time to remove them. Nice and warm in here. And then raise your arms shoulder height. Take your legs wide, wide, wide apart. Wide apart. Really nice and wide. Otherwise, you'll find it difficult to do what we're going to do. And then hinge from your hips. tent your fingers on the floor. I know some people say spider your fingers, but some people have a thing about spiders. So tent your fingers on the floor. And then inhale, sweep your left arm up, reaching up, stretching up. Try not to put any weight into the fingers that are still on the floor because you're reaching up. Exhale, float that arm down. Inhale, sweep the other arms up. Exhale, let's lunge over to the left. Bringing your bum as close to your heel as possible. Inhaling, up and over to the other side. Feel that stretch in your inner thigh. Coming back into the center. And one more time, taking your hips over to the left. Go slowly. Exhaling over to the other side. And back into the center. And then walk your feet in towards one another. But keep your feet about 2.5 feet apart. Bend your knees, turn your feet out. We're coming into goddess pose. So feet are about 2.5 feet apart. Bring your shoulders over top of your hips, arms in cactus pose, and then take your elbows back. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, opening your chest, and then inhale, straighten your legs and reach your arms up into victory. Exhale, pull your elbows down into cactus, take your elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades. So this activates the muscles in your upper back. Inhale, coming up into victory. Exhale, pull the elbows down again and take your elbows back. Lift your gaze maybe to open up the front of your body and remove some of the roundedness in the back, the thoracic area. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, float your arms down. Take your feet closer together, a little bit apart. Make sure the outsides of your feet are now parallel with the outsides of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up, interlock your fingers, release your pointers, bring your arms right beside your ears. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, over to the right, lengthening. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Expand. So don't think about how far over you can go to your side. Think about how much you can grow to the side. And then inhale, coming right back straight up. And exhale, other side. Inhale, lower your head back. Bring your arms beside your ears. And then lifting your chest, arcing back without jamming your vertebra. And then inhale, release your hands, look up, hinge from your hips as you exhale, forward fold, bringing your fingertips towards the floor, let your head hang. And then bend your knees, sit your butt back as if you were sitting in a chair, and sweep the arms up, coming into horseman's pose. Please look down, see that your toes are in front of your knees. And then drop your hips as much as you can. And breathe. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. And let your head be the last thing to come up. Take your arms out to the side, palms are facing up, shoulder height. And let's rotate, making circles backwards. And then turn the thumbs down and go forwards. And then making bigger circles, if that's okay. I know a lot of us have shoulder issues. I have stuff going on, seeing somebody next Monday, finally. And that's great. Give your arms a shake out. And then bring your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll them back, pull your armpits down slowly. Inhale, bring shoulders up to ears. Exhale, take them back, pull them down. You might feel this in your front chest muscles. Inhale, bring shoulders up. Exhale, pull your armpits down and then bring your arms to your side. Really feel the muscles that you're using here. Bring the shoulders up. Exhale. And then let's come forward, shoulders up, forward. Pull your armpits down, take them back, take them up, forward. Pull your armpits down, bring them back, up, and armpits down. Last time, up, and back, and that will do. Okay, come on, let's actually move our way down. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Step both feet back, keep your knees soft, and just gently walk your dog for a moment. Give your head a bit of a shake. Yeah, today we're going to talk about the vagus nerve. It is the information superhighway. Inhale, come out to the balls of your feet. Exhale, bring your knees to the mat, and let's take child's pose, please. So take your knees wide apart. Take your hips back towards your heels. Release your torso between your thighs. Forehead either on the mat, or you can add elevation with your cushion, your meditation cushion, or folding forearms one on top of the other. So as you're breathing into your side and back ribs, make your exhale nice and long. So the vagus nerve, it actually means the wandering nerve, starts in your brain stem and goes all the way down into your gut. They're all sensory nerves. 80% of them are sensory nerves, and they sense what's going on. So they actually control heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, our immune response, breathing. And via the spleen, they can reduce inflammation. So this nerve, as I say, starts in the lower brain stem and goes all the way into your gut. Now, a lot of what we do in yoga, of course, addresses the vagus, but today we're specifically going to bring attention to the vagus nerve. All right, from child's pose, I want you to come onto your bellies and just gently, you can fold your arms and place your head on top of the backs of your hands and spread your feet as wide apart as you need to. And just gently rock on your pelvis. So we did this last week. We were trying to create extra space and relaxation for the psoas muscle, which is the longest and strongest of your hip flexors. This also creates a little extra space in the glutes because your glutes are relaxed. You're just rolling on your pelvis and hip bones from side to side, gently from side to side. It may feel like you're not doing anything, but you're also stimulating your vagus nerve. And when the vagus nerve is activated and stimulated, it brings us into our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the place for healing, resting, digesting. And then coming up, bringing your forearms underneath your well, your elbows underneath your shoulders, and then scooch the back of your body towards the back of your mat. So you're actually lengthening through your torso. Release your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your head up, coming into Sphinx pose. So nice little stretch through the throat area. And speaking of the throat and the vagus nerve, chanting, singing, humming, gargling. Excellent. And a lot of mornings, because in the building I live in, it takes a while for the water to heat up. And I splash cold water on my face. So cold water splashed on your face also activates and enlivens your vagus nerve. Feels good. Obviously cold showers and cold dips and all that, but you don't have to go that far. Just splashing cold water on your face can activate. And then let your head hang. So just relaxing your neck and maybe turning your head in the no movement, again, is another way to just keep your vagus nerve activated. And coming all the way down, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, pressing up onto all fours for cat-cow. Cat-cow has so many benefits, including, of course, activating the vagus nerve, stimulating and keeping your spine supple. On an exhale, round your back, pull your belly in, tuck your chin and drop your tail. Really exaggerate this back bend. And inhaling, hollow out your lower back, draw your heart center forward, lifting your head, eyes up towards your third eye. Exhale. Round your spine, pull your belly in. Inhale. Hollow out. Bringing your heart center forward, eyes up. Exhale. Rounding, pull your bellies in. Feel your abdominal muscles engage. Inhale, hollow out. And return to neutral. Come on to your backs. You're going to need your cushion shortly. We're going to do bridge pose first, then we're going to do a supported fish pose. So bending your knees. Actually, let's draw the knees into the chest first. Place one hand on each shin just below the knee, and let's do some gentle rocking. If not, make circles. Whatever feels really good on your lower back. And then taking the arms out to the side, bringing the knees together, press the low back into the floor. Keep your knees at 90-degree angle bent. So when you press the lower back into the floor, you feel your abdominal muscles engaging. Try to maintain this engagement of your abs as you inhale in place, and then exhale, take both knees glued together over to the left, slowly, strengthening the core, which helps with posture. Try to keep your opposite shoulder as close to the mat, if not on the mat, and then slowly return to center, keeping your abdominal muscles engaged. Inhale in the center, exhale, knees stay together as you slowly lower both knees over to the right. Do breathe. Inhale, come back to center. The slower you go, the harder your muscles work, but the greater the benefit. Pressing the small of the back into the floor. Exhale, take both knees over to the other side. One more time. This will be the last time. Let them go as far as they can. You may notice they went further this time. Keep your abs engaged. Inhale, coming back to the center. Small of the back presses into the floor. Exhale, taking both knees over to the other side for the last time. Again, notice if you went a little bit further. Inhale, coming back to the center. Let's bring the knees one more time into the chest. Take the knees a little bit wider than your torso. Bring your arms inside your legs. If you can, grab the outer insteps. If that's not accessible, use your peace fingers to take hold of your big toes. Or if that's not accessible, take hold of your ankles and bring the ankles directly over the knees with the knees just outside of your torso into happy baby. So you're pulling down safely, but effectively stretching your hamstrings. We want to stretch our hamstrings so that when we're active, gardening, whatever it is we're doing, stretch muscles are less prone to injury, and hamstrings is a nasty one. For those of us who've ever torn our hamstrings, you already know. Those of you who don't, we hope you never do. Alrighty. Let's keep the knees bent, but place the soles of the feet on the floor with the heels lining up with your sits bones, arms beside your body with your palms facing down. Lift your shoulder blades up and tuck them under your heart center. Tilt your chin towards the center of your chest to lengthen the back of your neck. And again, creep your little fingers towards your feet to lengthen your arms and bring your shoulders away from your ears. Pressing the small of your back into the floor. Pressing the soles of your feet into the floor. Just spend a moment here noticing once again the activation of your abdominal muscles. And then tilting your tailbone up, peel your spine off the mat, pressing hips and thighs up. Creating some compression here in the area of the throat, which is always good for moving energy that could be stuck, blocked, or stagnant. Now, this is a stretch for the hip flexors, and I know at least one student who recently injured one of her hip flexors. And of course, as I mentioned, that psoas muscle that we spoke of last week and worked on is the largest and strongest of your hip flexors. And one more breath in and pressing up perhaps a little bit more. And then slowly, starting from the top of your spine, release your back onto the mat. And just take a moment here to take a breath. And then once more, pressing the small of your back into the floor, engaging your abdominal muscles. Tippy toe with your fingers to reach your arms, making them longer towards your feet. And peel your spine off the mat, pressing up once again. into Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. This is also a back bend, so it helps to reverse the blood flow to your important endocrine glands above the heart. Thymus, thyroid, parathyroids, pituitary, pineal, hypothalamus. All of these endocrine glands are producing hormones, and the hormones are necessary for activating pretty much all the bodily functions. So whether we know any of this anatomy or not, it doesn't matter. The practice is what matters, that you do it mindfully and sincerely to the best of your ability, and you're going to get myriad benefits. Lift your right leg up, strengthening the left hip. Now, if this is too much for your left hip, keep that right foot on the floor. And just notice when we place this foot down and we lift the other foot up, whether or not one side is stronger than the other. And bring that foot down and slowly come all the way down. Draw the knees up in towards the chest, placing hands on the shins. Extend your left leg down in front. Place your left hand on the outside of your right knee and draw it across your body. Breathing into your glutes, your hip, your IT band, wherever you're feeling the most tightness. Maintain a modicum of pressure, not too much, not too little. And again, as I've been saying, if you can relax the muscles, then the connective tissue gets the signal to turn on, to work, to relax a little bit. Because it's not just about flexibility in the muscles. The joints are heavily encased in connective tissue. It's not elastic, but it will relax, it will release. But this is by just holding, so a little more yin than yang. Helps that connective tissue release so we have more mobility in our joints. Keep breathing and noticing whether or not there is some release of the connective tissue in that right hip. And of course, as I've said many times, the hips are junk drawers. We store a lot of stuff there. But just know that stretching and holding helps the body let go. Inhale, come back to the center, bring the right knee to the chest again, bring the left knee up, and extend the right leg down in front. With your right hand on the outside of your left knee, take it across your body. And of course, this is a nice stretch for the lumbar spine as well. And using your breath, try to make your exhales longer than your inhales. The easiest and possibly most effective manner of activating your vagus nerve is by making your breath slow, long, deep, and especially making your exhalations longer than your inhalations. And when we do this and we completely empty the lungs, we engage the diaphragm. That was a couple of weeks ago, I think. We talked about our diaphragm. It is the main breathing muscle. If we're not using it, then we're truly not breathing deeply, fully, as well as exhaling completely. And inhale, come back to the center, draw both knees up to the chest. Keep the knees bent, place the soles of the feet on the floor. We're going to do our supine pigeon pose. Place your right ankle on your left knee. Right ankle on left knee. Press your right knee away from you. Now bring your left knee towards you and interlock your fingers behind your left thigh. And just spend a moment here checking in. If you pull the thigh, the left thigh towards you, you're going to feel this in your right hip. Now, depending on length of arms and what might be going on in your hip, I know when I had my sciatic issue, this was a very tricky pose that I wasn't pushing. So be mindful. But if you are able to bring your fingertips around the front of your left shin, go for it. But you want to be keeping your shoulder blades on the mat and relax your neck as well as your shoulders. A little bit of rocking, just very gently, can stimulate more blood flow towards the area of the sacrum and the hip, the joint area. So breathing into the area that feels the tension, the tightness, whatever stress, whether it's emotional, psychological, even existential. And then crossing that top knee over the bottom, take your arms out to the side, inhale, in place, exhale, drop both knees over towards the left. And you may even turn your head to the opposite side. Inhale, return to center, uncross your legs, bring your arms back beside your body. Place your left ankle on top of your right knee, pressing your left knee away from you. Draw your right thigh towards you and interlock your fingers behind the back of your thigh. And again, if it's accessible to bring your fingers around the front of your shin, fine. If it's not, maintain the interlaced fingers behind the thigh. I think there's one more thing I want to say about healing sciatica, well, whatever it is that we're feeling in our bodies. Sometimes it just takes time. You can see all the healers and do everything you think is what you need to do, but sometimes there's issues in the tissues. It just takes time to work them out. And I know at least one person that I've been speaking with, and we're both talking about what might really be behind something going on in our bodies. What life has been dishing out, if you will. And life will dish out a lot. And it's truly the reason that we practice, to take care of the body, but to start understanding the natures of our minds with their incessant desires, anxieties, fears, scarcities, lack, jealousy. Oh, it goes on and on and on. We're human, but there is a way for us to detach and disconnect. It's a practice. It's a lifelong practice. And it's a very worthwhile practice if your goal is to experience more peace and more joy in your human life. And cross that top knee over top of the other. Once again, take your arms out to the side, inhaling in place. Exhale, take both knees over towards the other right side. Inhale, come back to the center. Uncross the leg. Bring your arms beside your body one more time, keeping your knees bent with the soles of your feet on the floor. Palms are facing down. We're going to take one more bridge pose. Press the small of your back into the floor. Peel your spine off the floor. And if you can, bring arms underneath your body, interlace your fingers, roll from side to side, bringing your shoulder blades as close together. If you have a shoulder issue, just keep your arms outside of your body. But if you can, with straight arms underneath the body, press your hips up. Again, this is lengthening, activating the vagus nerve, compressing it at the throat area, and then slowly lower your torso onto your arms if they're under your body. So about 80% of our immunity resides in the gut. And the microbiome, the gut health, inhale, press up, is a topic that we will be discussing in this session as well. The gut really craves probiotics, prebiotics that feed the probiotics. We're talking about the good bacteria. And then slowly lower your arms. I'm hoping to learn how to make kefir, however you say it, from my dear friend Evelyn at some point, who's in the class today. But I do take a lot of kefir or kefir. Pressing up one more time. And then slowly, starting from the top of your spine, come on all the way back down. We're going to come into a supported fish pose. So find your meditation cushion. You're going to place it underneath your upper back. You're going to come onto your elbow. So you're lifting your upper body up. And you might have to make a little adjustment here. So your cushion is under your upper back, and you're letting your head drape over your cushion. So the crown of your head may be touching the floor, it may not. Now this is supported fish pose. We can do this also without the support, but in terms of creating energy for your vagus nerve, a supported posture does more. So adjust yourself to let your head hang over the back of your block. Your legs can be straight out in front. You could bring them into Baddha Konasana if you like, bringing the soles of your feet together with your knees wide apart. Just find where your legs are comfortable so that you can find the calm and the relaxation, because your vagus nerve is a major part of your parasympathetic nervous system. So when your vagus nerve is happy, you derive the benefit of feeling centered, grounded, and calm. So symptoms of a vagus nerve that's out of sorts can be a GERD, which is the acronym for gastroesophageal reflux disease, a lot of autoimmune disease, IBS, chronic fatigue. All of these things can be due to an irritated or dysfunctional, unhappy vagus nerve, migraine headaches, indigestion. Clearly, when a nerve travels, and it is the largest of your 10 cranial nerves, when it travels all the way from your brain stem through your throat, your heart, your spleen, into your digestive area, it's an important nerve to be aware of and assist in any way you can to keep it healthy. So deep breathing in and full and complete deep breathing out. Ujjayi breathing, where we narrow the back of the throat and we make that sort of Darth Vader sound. That is excellent for stimulating the vagus nerve. And now, if your knees aren't bent, bend them, roll over onto your side, remove your cushion. Come on over onto all fours. Curl your toes under. Sit back on your heels for just a moment to stretch the soles of your feet. Another way to keep the energy moving and the fascia on the soles of your feet stretched, alive, active. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Walk them back towards your feet. Let your upper body just hang out here. Really feel firmly rooted and grounded in the soles of your feet. Let's bend the right leg, straighten the left. Place your right hand on your left instep and sweep the other arm up, twisting and turning. Keeping the spine supple and flexible. Joseph Pilates, who founded the discipline Pilates, talks about the spine and the importance of it to our health. And then come on back down, bending your left knee, straightening your right leg. Place your left hand on your right instep and sweep the other arm up, reaching up and stretching up. Nice. And lower that arm. Keep your knees soft, keep your chin tucked into your chest. Let your arms hang and slowly roll up. One vertebra at a time. Keep your chin tucked into your chest and let your head be the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, bring them back. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart center. Open your chest and release. Take a sip of water if you need to, and come on up to the front of your mats. Inhaling, starting at the front of your mats. We'll just do a vinyasa of standing poses, starting with warrior two. Inhaling, exhaling. Take your right leg back one leg length, your left leg 90 degrees forward, your right foot about 30. Lifting your sternum, bend your front knee, keep your shoulders over your hips, don't let your torso go sideways. See your big toe inside of your knee, press into the outside of your back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lower your shoulders, lengthen your neck. We also talked about locking our knees. It's so funny. I was watching a dog at my chicken farmer's the other day, and he's always up on his hind legs because he's on the fence. But he can't lock his knees, so he doesn't spend a long time standing just for treats. And then lower your back arm down your back leg and reach your top leg. So the point being is that we can stand for long periods of time because we do lock our knees. Of course, in this case, one knee is locked, the other one's bent. So energy stretching up, 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 up. Feel this through your left rib cage, your intercostal muscles. Wiggle those fingers. Coming back to warrior two. And now lower your front forearm onto your front thigh. Take your back arm carefully down, around, in front of your body, and lift it up and over your ear. The palm of your top hand faces down. The palm of your bottom hand faces up, and you're opening your heart center. Now keep pressing into the outside of your back foot. That is the anchor of this posture. And stretch with your top arm. So there's a line of energy from the outside of your back foot all the way along the side of your body, right out through your fingertips. And then inhale, straighten your front leg, straighten your arms so that one is directly up and one directly down. So now both knees are locked. Reaching up, stretching up. Really reach with that top arm and then inhale, come back with your arms down. Bring your back leg forward. Give your legs a good shake out. Starting at the front of your mat, step the other leg back. Okay, front foot 90 degrees forward, back foot about 30, and the heel of your front foot creates that straight line through the arch of your back foot. Lift up at your sternum, bend your front knee, see your big toe inside of your knee. Don't let that knee collapse in. Press into the outside of your back foot. That's your anchor. Inhale. Sweep the arms up to shoulder height. And then if you think you might be leaning a little bit forward, just bring your torso back so that your wrists are over your ankles and your shoulders are over your hips. Stretching and reaching. And then lower your back arm down your back leg and reach your top arm up. So it's more of a stretch up than it is an arc back. Lift out of your hips. Maybe looking up at your fingers, pressing into the outside of your back foot. And coming back to warrior two. Now lower your front forearm onto your thigh. Turn that palm up. Take your back hand around and up and over your ear. Stretching, opening and blossoming your heart center to the side of your mat. So really feel that stretch through the rib cage. Inhale. Stay sideways on your mat now, please. Turning your feet out. Arms sideways, your five-pointed star. Bend from the tops of your legs, your hips, halfway forward. tense your fingers on the floor. And once again, let's take hips over to the right. And then over to the left. And into the center. And then walk your feet in towards one another. We have 2 more postures to do before Savasana. So I think everyone has a straw. And even if you're watching at home and you don't have a straw, no worries. So, but if you do have a straw, so straw breathing is just a way of slowing your breath down. We always inhale because there's a vacuum, and nature doesn't like a vacuum. It wants to fill a vacuum. So we always inhale, but we don't always exhale as fully and deeply as we should. So when we're going to use the straw for our exhalation, we're going to inhale through our nose. And then on the exhalation, if you don't have a straw, you just purse your lips and you slowly exhale. But once we are about 80% empty, I want us to remove the straw or close our lips and use the diaphragm and the abdominal muscles to empty out the last 20%. Okay? So sitting up as tall as you can, using a cushion or something to raise the height so that your hips are comfortable and the legs don't need to be folded. Whatever feels comfortable is perfect. So just close your eyes for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale through your nose, filling up, and then either pursing your lips or putting the straw between your lips and exhaling through the straw. %, and then remove it and exhale the rest through your nose. Inhale normal and exhale normal. Another inhalation. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your neck, sitting tall, exhaling. And again, inhale deeply, fully. Bring the straw up or purse your lips and exhale. Remove at 80% and use your diaphragm and belly to release the rest of the air. Inhale normal, exhale. We'll just do this one more time, inhaling. And if you want to not use the straw and just purse your lips and see what the difference is, try that. So inhaling deeply and fully. And exhale slowly. All the air out. Okay, we're going to do one more. It's called legs up the wall, but we're not doing it on the wall. And you, quite frankly, don't even need a wall for it. But what I do want you to do is support your sacrum with your cushion. Find that spot. And let the rest of your body just drape over it and lift your legs up in the air. That's it. This is part of restorative yoga. Huge benefits, very relaxing for the body, the nervous system, obviously the veins in the leg, due to gravity and the fact that we mostly sit or stand all day. A lot of blood pools in the legs, the ankles. So this is just an easy assist to allow the blood in the veins to flow back towards the heart for purification. And of course, fill up with oxygen to nourish the cells. Feet are relaxed. You can allow any gentle movement or just holding them up. Feeling your belly soften. Allowing your upper body to relax, be heavy. If you can locate your iPad, I'm sorry I didn't say this ahead of time, but if you can locate your iPad, or if you'd like me to get you one, if you put your hand up, I'll bring it to you. And slowly release the cushion from underneath your sacrum and bring yourself into Savasana. If you like, bring your heels together, let your feet splay out. Please allow your palms to turn up in the open and receiving position. Separate the biting surfaces of the teeth, relax the jaw. And let your bodies be soft and heavy. The mind is limitless, like the infinite blue expanse of sky. But it can be made small and foggy by our constant internal chatter of worries, anxieties, resentments, desires, memories, fantasies, dramas. But when we learn how to detach from all of these thought formations, we find an expansive openness that offers us access to a bigger mind, connections to the big picture, a greater understanding of a human birth, basically, of your life, of what really matters, what's really important, what's lasting, and what is just temporary and fleeting. Inhaling the life force long, full, and deep through your nose. And deep exhaling. Long, full, deep inhaling. And deep exhaling. Gently and slowly stretch your arms over behind your head, reaching with your fingers, pointing your toes, flexing your feet, and pointing and releasing and relaxing. Take your time to roll over onto your side. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow just for a moment and acknowledge and thank yourself for practicing. You've received and derived far more benefits than you know. And then using your top arm to press yourself back up into a seated posture. The practice of chanting Om is invaluable, and of course, it activates your vagus nerve perfectly. Inhaling together. Om Shanti Namaste. Another thing that stimulates your vagus nerve is a good belly laugh. So what does a hippie call his wife? Mississippi. I'm glad you didn't groan.